Welcome to this special episode of Sub-2 Average Challenge. For this week, I actually challenged myself to get an Sub-2 average of 12 instead of average of 5 because I'm kind of improving and getting Sub-2 average of 5 is no longer that difficult for me. I get it quite often, to be honest, so I try to challenge myself to get a Sub-2 average of 12, which happens much rarer, but in 3 a.m. I actually did it in my first try, so yeah, after all, it might not be as difficult as I think. But scrambles are not too difficult, but so I'm quite happy with the average. It's a 1.94 average of 12, so let's do the long reconstruction here. 12 solves. So the first solve is a 207. You got multiple bars, you got yellow, and then you also got this white and blue. So first off, I track white. You can do 4 moves in the LEG1, which I don't quite like it because of the LEG1. For blue, you can do this. It's also LEG1, so I did not consider that as well. But actually, this case is quite nice after rotating. But actually, I went with yellow because it got the case that I recently learned from a one-look algorithm sheet, and actually I try to practice one-looking this exact case. So usually what I would do is to insert this yellow piece and then insert this the other yellow piece by U2 and then insert at the back. The problem with that is it's quite difficult to one-look that case. There's no skills or like shortcut to one-look that case. You have to track the pieces, which actually is quite difficult for me for this case. So usually that was a bad case, but after looking at that document, I got another solution to this yellow face, which is by doing L prime, which makes this bar, and then you just insert this bar by U prime L2. So it's not a particularly great solution, I would say, but you got some skills to one look this case, because if you do that solution, this piece will stay where it is, and this piece will do a U prime move, so it will go here. So this stays where it is, this piece will go here, and then this piece will just do an L2 move to here. So after doing that one looking, I would know it actually gives this case. So it's quite easy to one look this exact case. And for AUF, orange will end up on the right hand side. The orange bar is at the back, so it will be a U prime AUF. The second solve is a 169. Looks quite easy, but if you look at red, you got 3/4 of a layer done, but the final piece is facing upwards, so it's not a great case. For yellow, you got this 3-move CLA layer, which is quite easy. For white, you got this 3/4 of a EG2 layer done with the final piece facing up, so of course you would go for yellow and do this 3-move layer and to get a J perm, but actually that's not what I did eventually, because for blue you got this 4-move CLA layer, which actually gives you pure soon, so that would be better than J perm. For AUF is easy, orange will end up in the front, so it will be a U prime AUF. I lock up a bit, so it could have been sub 1.5. The third solve is a 183. Very straightforward because you only get this white bar, and then you get this configuration which you can easily do a 4-move EG1 face. But if you do it from this angle, the bar will end up in the front, which is not good. So I execute in this position, and then you just got this very easy EG1 case. Red will end up in the back for AUF, so it's a U2 AUF. fourth solve is a 157. Looks quite easy. For white, you can do 4 moves into LEG1, but who would do that when you can have a 3-move green layer followed by an 8-move CLL? So yeah, that's obviously what I did. Just do this into this 8-move CLL layer. For AUF, white ends up in front, so it will be a U AUF. So the fifth solve is a 1.66. You got multiple bars here, so I tend to find the best solution here. For blue, you got this 5-move EG1, which actually give a great case. But then who would go for blue when you can literally have a 1-move EG1 face here by doing an F move? So look at other solutions. For example, yellow, you can do this into EG1, but again, who would do that when you can have a 1-move EG1 face? For green, you can do 4 moves, but again, it's a 1-move EG1. Come on, man. Yeah. So for this case, white ends up in the front and the white face is on the right, so it's gonna be a U prime AUF. There's also a really great EG1 out, so yeah, no doubts I'm going for that solution. Sixth solve is a 2.2. We got multiple solutions here. For blue bar, this configuration is not too great. You can do this to get EG2, but yeah, it's not too great. For red, when you have these two corners positioned here, is not a great case at all. So I'll go for white. White, you have 2 options. First, you can do U prime and then insert respectively. So insert this at the back and then insert this piece. The benefit of this is these 2 pieces will not move, and this piece will just do a RU prime, so it's easy to one-look this. Second option is to do a U and then do the exact same move, the exact same insert, and of course for one-looking, these 2 pieces, same, it will not move. So which one to choose? The first option will give you an EG2, the second option will give you an EG1, so I went with the EG1 solution at last because I think that would be better. I have to rotate, but this case is not too bad. Red will end up in the front, the red face is on the right, so it's the U prime AUF. The seventh solve is a DNF. The time was a 1.74. Looking through the 3 bars, a white is not great. When you insert this, you got a twisted corner. For green, again, this configuration is not great. So for red, it's easy. You got this 3-move EG1 face, so it's gonna be easy. But I got this easy EG1, which you can actually do by executing this angle. And then for AUF, blue will end up on the left, so actually blue face is on the left as well, so there's no AUF. It would be a great solution, but sadly I recognize this case as the U case instead of the T case. So yeah, I executed the wrong ALK and then got a DNF. The 8th solve is a 192. Really straightforward. You got this 2-move EG1 face on green. For red, you can do U2L into this EG1, but for white, it's not a great solution at all, especially when you get this 2-move EG1 face. So no doubt, I just do this and then into this EG1 ALK. White will end up in the front, and the white face is on the right, so it's a U prime AUF. Ninth solve is a 178. you got 3/4 of a green face done, and you can insert this corner into a CLL. For white, you can either do U prime and then R prime U2 R prime into CLL, but actually I'm not quite confident in one looking that. You can also do U and then this free move insert into LEG1, but LEG1 is bad because I need to rotate. So obviously I would go for a green, so U prime and then R2 U R2. For R2 U R2 insert, the one looking is very easy. These two pieces will stay where it is. This piece will be moved by a U move, and this piece will be brought up here. So it's a red, orange, white, orange. Red, orange, white, orange, as I said. And for AUF, orange will end up at the back, so there's no AUF. Tenth solve is a 187. Multiple bars. For yellow, you can do U prime and to this free move insert, but it gives you this pure soon case. For CLL, of course, it's great, but for EG1, I hate the ALK, so I'm not going to do that. For blue, you can insert this piece here, but this gives a twisted corner, which isn't too great, so I check whites. You have 4 move EG1 face, so I'm going with that. You want the bar to be at the back, so I execute this angle. U prime, and then it's just this free move free move insert L2 U prime L into this pure anti-soon EG1, which is actually better than the pure soon case. For AUF, orange will end up at the back and the orange face is on the right, so it's actually a U AUF. The second last solve is 2.29. Basically you only got 1 bar, the orange and yellow. For orange, this configuration is bad because once you insert this orange, you got a twisted corner. So I check yellow, and it's just a free move CLL layer, so of course I'm going with that. You can do it from this angle or from this angle. I decided to do this from this angle because the ALK is executed from this angle. If I do it here, I need to do U2 before executing it, so it's not favorable. So my solution would be L2 U prime L, and then you execute this out. For the AUF, red will end up in the front, so it will be a U AUF. Final solve 204. So there are multiple bars, and I don't have enough time to one look all of the solutions. So I check red, bad configuration, so I didn't even one look it. Green, bad configuration, I didn't even one look it. Blue, you can do F prime and then to insert this piece, and then insert this piece to give EG1. But if you do it from this angle, you actually get the bar in front, so it's not too great. Finally, I check for yellow, which you can actually do R prime U2 R prime, which of course is a great solution because you get this easy CLL case as well. So my final solution is R prime U2 R prime, and then execute this CLL out. For AUF, blue will end up on the right, so it's a U prime AUF. But then, thinking about this now, I actually got a much better solution. Earlier I mentioned how you get this bar in front, so it's not a great solution, but actually if you execute in this position where you do an F prime to build this 3/4 of a face and then insert this piece, you will get the bar at the back. And look at this EG1 ALK. This is the easiest EG1 ALK out of all EG, so that would be a better solution and would give me sub 2 or even sub 1.5 if I went with this solution. For AUF, yellow ends up in the front, the yellow face is on the left, so it's a U AUF. So if I execute it fast enough for the blue face, it will look something like this. kind of lock up. Let's do it again. Yeah, something like that. That will definitely be sub 1.5. Yeah, I think something should be learned from this, because in the past I can only do it from this angle, which I would probably ditch this solution, but for now I improve my layer building efficiency by slightly little bit, that I can do from this angle, which actually gives the bar in the back, so, and leading to a great BG1 case. So yeah, that's the 1.94 average of 12. Hope you all enjoyed it. Might be quite a long video, but yeah, there's definitely much more to learn from an average of 12 than an average of 5, and average of 5 basically depends on the scrambles, but for average of 12, it's more about consistency, although you can get 12 consecutive easy scrambles, but that's definitely much more rarer.